Right, as promised, here is I suppose, my one and only supposed verses. So, on the one hand, we have Batman versus Superman. Now, in my opinion, I already know what the answer is, and it's Batman. Basically, why is Batman so much better than Superman? Okay, I don't know if this has been put up as an argument before, so if it hasn't, then please give me your opinions on this because I really would actually like to hear what your thoughts are on this. I'm not doing that in a sarcastic way. Okay, Superman. I will start with him. Is effectively an earthbound god, so he can leap tall buildings. He can fly really far, faster than a speeding bullet. He's really really strong. Heat vision, X-ray vision, super hearing. I don't know if he's got super smell. Maybe yeah. Um, can breathe Arctic winds and all that rubbish. Blah blah blah. But the thing is, and he's the pure American person. Blah blah blah. Batman, however, um, is effectively I must say he's like a street fighter in a way because he goes around and obviously fights crime and all that, like they all do. But the thing is, he hasn't got any powers, so he has to use his intelligence. He has to use cunning. He has to use stealth, technological stuff, anything that he can use to his advantage. Like if ever you've watched Batman Dead End, which was the little, it's about I think it's about 6 minutes long. But it's effectively it involves Batman against the Joker, the aliens, and the Predators. And at the very end, you don't know what happens. And the Batman in that is actually Clark Bartram, who I think is a bodybuilder. He does like TV adverts. I've probably looked at it once, but it's just the name reminds me. And the Joker is actually Walter Cohen. Yeah, Walter Cohen's son. I actually don't know his name, but he does actually play the Joker really well. Another point on this is if ever you read The Dark Knight Returns or The Dark Knight Strikes Back, in both of those, Batman beats up Superman on his own without any special powers or anything. He plans, he's very meticulous about how he does what he does. So, for instance, okay, ignoring the cartoon version of The Dark Knight Returns because that was poorly done. Um, in the comic, he fights Superman and he's wearing like a powered exo suit. Yeah, obviously to go up against him hand to hand. But if you read The Dark Knight Strikes Back, he beats him up with a pair of kryptonite gauntlets. So, and so, so he can basically just beat the hell out of him if he wanted to, and he does on multiple occasions. Yeah, he's smarter. He's quicker, although not physically quicker than him in acts of speed. He's quicker than him in regarding to the actual situation. So before Superman can do anything, Batman's already like 3 steps ahead of him. And he's cool. He's the only superhero in DC that I can think of that is actually cool, regardless of what you do. But here's the big thing: if you, okay, I'm gonna say if you watched Batman Begins, there's a scene at the end where Bruce and Rachel are over the well. Bruce fell down as a kid, and she says to him, it's your mask, and he says, they've seen my mask, and he says, no, you're wearing your mask now. Bruce Wayne effectively is the mask. It's not the other way around. Batman is the true person. He is Wayne's anger against the people who have wronged him, like the person like Joe Chill who killed his parents. Um, the Batman persona itself is actually the main one. Then you've got Bruce Wayne who is just kind of like the cover And this is actually my big point on why I prefer Batman over to Superman. Because Superman, okay, there's an episode apparently where Superman does actually die. Not the death of Superman against Doomsday. I'm talking about one where Luthor kills him. Something to do with he overloads him with the sun, with radiation or something, and it's slowly killing him. And then suddenly he becomes this like god inside the sun. It's kind of like, oh, really? Seriously? It could have been so much better, but no, they had to do with that. And then you had the episode with Batman before Batman Inc. came out, where Batman supposedly died, and then Dick Grayson took over. Yeah, Dick Grayson took over the mantle as the Batman, but Batman Bruce Wayne had actually gone back in time, and I haven't read all of it. I've only kind of read a bit here and a bit there. So you had the pirate one, you had the caveman one, then you had World War II one. Apparently, I don't know about that one, but then the one, the present day Batman has to let Joe Chill kill his parents in order to let him become the Batman. Now, I can't vouch for that, but if that's true, then that was awesome. I will have to read up on this one, so again, I'm not sure. Um, the other thing as well, if you take the films into account, okay, we don't talk about Batman and Robin. We just don't. And we definitely don't talk about Batman Forever. We definitely don't talk about Batman and Robin. Batman Forever, if we're really desperate, we have to. But Batman and Batman Returns, starring Michael Keaton, are actually very good films. Oh, excuse me. And then obviously you got the Christian Bale Batman. And I would also like to point out that Batman doesn't have a curse on his films. So, for instance, you have the Christopher Reeve films, and every person who's been Superman has had a piss poor career or dead afterwards. Batman hasn't. It's literally a case of Michael Keaton, George Clooney, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, and then obviously Adam West and all that sort of stuff. So that is my big long rant, if you want to call it that, on why Batman is so much better than Superman. Now, if you have your own opinion on why I'm wrong, feel free to add it in the comments below because I do read them, and I would actually like to have a bit of a sort of a debate on this one if possible. So check out on my my WordPress account, which is in the box up the front. And just, yeah, who do you think is better than another character in DC or in Marvel or Image? I feel dirty when I say Image. And on that note, I'm gonna go and take a shower because I feel so dirty from saying Image. And I'll leave you there. Okay, so have a good day for whatever the rest of it is or whatever you're doing, and I will speak to you on the weekend. Bye bye.